The kaupapa of this video is to share some ideas around playing puoro with the hopes that it might encourage and inspire people to give it a try and normalise it in spaces that are meaningful to them. We'll be looking at a whānau of puoro that include Porotiti, Pūrerehua, Kōauau, Nguru and Pūtorino. It's important to know this isn't necessarily a standard or complete whānau of puoro. There are many examples of people who focus on one single taonga to build their relationships and abilities with that puoro. And there are also examples of people with larger whānau of puoro that can open them up to a wider connection to different oro and the atua that are connected to these taonga. With this whānau of puoro, the first taonga we look at is the Porotiti, which has been chosen for its ability to build confidence and connection within taonga puoro. As we move through the other taonga, we gradually build on techniques and finish on the Pūtorino. Let's start by having a look at the Porotiti. This Porotiti is made up of a piece of rākau with 2 holes in its centre and a cord that goes through the holes, making a large loop. To hear the voice of the Porotiti, hold the cord in a way that is most comfortable for you. Begin by winding the cord up and then gently pulling and letting the cord wind up by itself. From here you repeat the process of gently pulling and letting the cord wind up on itself. With the Pūrerehua, find yourself a space that's big enough so it won't hit anything. To help the Pūrerehua sing, start by spinning it to wind up the cord. From there, begin spinning it in the air. I've heard a lot of really good ways to teach the technique of getting a kōauau to sing. I'm going to share a version that I find is the easiest for myself to explain. We start with an idea that the sound comes from blowing a jet of air onto the edge, which splits the air and creates the sound. The technique we can use to do that is by closing your lips and leaving a small hole in the centre to blow out a jet of air. Place the edge that you are blowing onto over the jet of air and slightly angle the kōauau and gently blow. If you're not getting a sound from your kōauau, there's a couple things you can think about. Firstly is where the kōauau is sitting on your lips. So I'm going to show you that it will only make a sound when the edge is sitting over the jet of air. And secondly is the angle that it's sitting on. I'm going to show you that it's only going to make a sound when the angle is in the right place. In both of those examples, I use big, fast movements. When you're finding the voice, you'll benefit from doing small, subtle movements, just so you don't go past the spot where you're needing to be. Another little tip is it can be easier to find the sound when all the wini are blocked off. It can be common for people to not get a sound straight away, so be kind to yourself and keep practicing. Playing the nguru with your mouth is the same technique as playing the kōauau. You blow a jet of air onto the edge to create the sound. And just like the kōauau, you make small, subtle movements until you find the right spot. When you're learning to find the voice, it can be easier to close off all the wini. Playing the nguru with your nose is the same idea, but you're making a jet of air with your nostril. This is the way I hold the nguru when playing with my nose. I block off this wini with my thumb and this one with my finger. Then I block off this one with my second finger and this one with my third. And that leaves this finger to block off my nostril. From there, I block one nostril and I place the nguru under the other nostril, almost completely covering it, leaving only a small gap for the jet of air to come out. With the Pūtorino, we'll be looking at 3 distinct oro: Waiohine, Kōkiri o tāne. Ororuarangi. With the oro, wai or hine, the sound is created by blowing a jet of air onto the edge. There are many different oro to explore. Some can be found by partially or fully covering the māngai. Also, a softer breath will give a more mellow, quieter sound, and a harder breath will give a louder, sharper sound. With kōkiri o tāne, the sound is created by closing your lips and blowing through them, causing them to vibrate, like this. When this is done into the Pūtorino, the sound is amplified. You can change the oro by opening and covering the area around the māngai with your hand. With ororuarangi, the sound is created by blowing a jet of air onto the edge of the māngai. You can change the oro by covering and uncovering the waha. Once you're comfortable creating these oro, the next thing you can consider is developing your own style by exploring what resonates with you. All the best with your journey. Mauri ora.